Now, from about 2012 to 2017, they really was soaking, I mean, soaking the money from truck drivers when it comes to this, EPA regulations, these one boxes and all this after treatment crap you gotta have on the truck, DEF, DPF, EGR, just soaking money from the truck drivers. It wasn't until about 2017 when we started, learning about deleting engines, and you could go over see these mechanics on the side, and they would, get rid of or remove the cancer, as we called it. They would remove the cancer. Cancer. You know how you got cancer in your body? That if the doctor don't remove it, it's gonna take you up out of here. We used to have cancer doctors for semi trucks. We'd pay a little cancer doctor $1,500 to $3,000, and he will remove the cancer from my semi trucks. But if you did not pay to get the cancer removed, the cancer spread throughout your whole engine, throughout your whole truck, and take you out of business. Andrew, what do you mean it'll take you out of business? See, y'all ain't been trucking back in the day. Back in the day, there was no fits for emissions. One box go out, $10,000. Not sensors and all that other crap dealing with the after treatment system. You would have to constantly go get that stuff replaced. It was just a big circle, like a rat on the wheel or something, like the hamster wheel. There was no fits. You take a part off, put a new part on. 2 weeks later, you gotta take the new part off, put another new part on, and it still didn't work. When you went to go get fuel, diesel at the truck stop, you got diesel, then you got DEF. There was a point in time where the DEF at the pump wasn't no good. You had to go inside and get the actual box of DEF and pour that crap in there. And that wasn't no good either. None of it was no good. There was no fits. The only fits was the shops, the mechanics, Freightliner, and all these other dealerships. They just kept soaking money from the drivers, soaking money from the carriers, day in, day out. Money pit. Big old money pit. Nothing wrong with your engine though. Nah, you wasn't coming in there to get your engine worked on. You coming in there because your truck done derated down to 5 miles per hour, huh? They telling you, okay, well, we charge, $250 an hour, $275 an hour, and it's gonna take 4 hours to regen it at $275 an hour. So you'll sit up in a dealership waiting 4 hours, letting the truck regen, go down the street 30 miles or drive, a week or two, then it's back to 5 mile per hour derate. And the thing about these derates, you don't know when it's gonna derate. You'll be going 70 miles per hour down the interstate, all the lights light up. You just back in derate mode. Back in derate mode. Ain't nothing wrong with the engine. Hey, there wasn't no loud noise, no boom, no pop, no leaking no oil, no nothing. And you didn't know when it was gonna happen. It just happened. Soaking money from truck drivers. I know some of y'all have been trucking so real long. Y'all know. And I learned from watching y'all. You know what I learned? I learned not to put a dollar into the emission system. Do y'all know how much money? I've been driving trucks since 2015, 10 years. You know how much money I spent on fixing the emission system? $0. That's how much I spent fixing emission systems my whole career. $0. Andrew, how'd you do that? Because I watched you guys, the people that came before me, dump thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars into that crap, just to find out that the only solution to actually make it work for real is to go see the cancer doctor. Now, I do got experience with the cancer doctor because one of my trucks had cancer. He had cancer out there in the oil field. And guess what? You know what I knew I had to do? I took it to Freightliner. I don't know if all Freightliners do this. I don't even know if they do it no more, but let me explain what I did. I went to Freightliner, went inside to the service department. I said, hey, I got a little check engine light. I don't know what the code is for. They'll come hook up to your truck. They got a little wireless Bluetooth thing. They'll hook it up, look at their laptop, and they'll tell you what the code is. I went out there to Odessa, at that Freightliner in Odessa, Texas. I had a little check engine light on one of my trucks. They hooked up to it. They said, okay, your EGR is bad. You need a new EGR. I said, well, what that cost? EGR, $2,500 plus installation. Oh, is that right? Okay, I said, all right, no problem. No problem. I consider, getting fits. As soon as I pulled up out of that lot, I went straight to the cancer doctor. Out of there. Truck was working amazing after I seen that cancer doctor. Cause I already knew I'm $0. That's how much I'm putting into it. Zero. I'm not replacing no parts on it. Just leave all that crap right there. I go see the cancer doctor. The cancer doctor gonna make sure my truck running for the next 100 years. That's what he gonna do. You don't go see that cancer doctor, man, you been lost the whole truck. You been in here repairs, the repair bill just keep constantly stacking up with just emission bills, after treatment systems. Some of y'all still going through this today. But check this out now. Now I got this from the Asian My Show. He did a video yesterday on it. I didn't see no headline about it, but I see it now. They are introducing the bill after they done soaked all the money from you. Now they want to introduce a bill. I think I'm starting to think they're feeling sorry for the truck drivers now, between all these horrendous lease purchase, lease rent, borrow, bad credit score, no money in the bank account, no down payment programs. All these programs that just destroyed a truck driver, got them then confused they mind. Look, emissions in 2025. I don't know if it's Trump administration, and I can't say it's Trump administration because the Democrats, they the ones trying to get rid of leasing, and the Republicans. This is the Republicans trying to get rid of emissions. The bill that I'm referring to is called the Diesel Truck Liberation Act. Liberation. That's one of them Trump words right there. Liberation Day. And Trump, we need it. We needed Trump, the representatives, the Republicans. We need you to come, liberate, this emission system, all that from all my guys out here that got all these trucks that ain't seen the cancer doctor yet. Now all my guys, they already seen the cancer doctor, so but it's a lot of new people on here that ain't seen the cancer doctor. I understand your truck only got 200, 300,000 miles. Ain't nothing going wrong with your emissions. I know. But some of us, we not willing to go out here and pay $1,000 a week for a truck no more. We want to go live life and things like that. We done with that. We been there, done that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We all done it. It's just we don't do that for life. That we don't do that no more. Everybody, not everybody, but not a big percentage of truck drivers, we done all went down the leasing route. Okay? We done all done it. Some people, they still on that. I call it the plantation. Some people, I got my own words for it, but whatever the case may be, let's see what they are proposing. Okay, they got a bill. That's good in Congress. October 2025. Introduced by Senator Loomis out of Wyoming, Republican. Okay. Diesel Truck Liberation Act. Okay, let's see what they want to do. Prohibit emission system mandate. Remove the requirements that vehicle manufacturers install or maintain emission control devices or onboard diagnostics OBD systems. Okay. So they want you to be able to remove the requirement that vehicle manufacturers install or maintain emission control devices. Okay, so they want to prohibit it and allow you to be able to remove that crap off. Then they want to strip the EPA enforcement authority, eliminate the EPA ability to enforce the Clean Air Act regarding vehicle emission control devices. Now I don't think this is just for semi-trucks. I think this is for cars, pickup trucks. It's for everybody. I don't know who gonna be against it. I don't know who's against it. I don't know. I'm all for it. I'm for this. I'm for that truck leasing, act. I'm for all of it. They seem like 2025. They trying to fix this trucking, y'all. They really trying to help us out. They really trying. assuming all this stuff passed. Ain't nothing passed yet, so, but they trying. Trying is all we asking them to do, try. But we've been trying for the last, 30 years in trucking. We done went to Washington, D.C., we done held up different parts of the interstate, we done had black smoke mountains, we done done all the protesting, look, the truck drivers, we done done our part. Now Congress in 2025, now all of a sudden, man, we feeling sorry for the truck. You say the foreigners then took over the industry? You got you working for free and not the fee? Got you running more than 70 hours? You got to work 120 hours? You got to work 3 full-time shifts now to make $2,000? Dang, man, 5,000 miles? Oh, they want you to pick up a load today at 3 p.m. and deliver it tomorrow by 8 p.m. by 8 a.m. Okay, you could do that. Okay, pick up a load, get loaded by 3 p.m. today, deliver by 8 a.m. Okay, how many miles is it? It's 920 miles. Oh, you can't even sleep then. Oh, and you've been woke all day already for the day? Nah, man, this ain't it. This ain't it. Expunge past conventions and vacate people's sentences. All the mechanics that had their businesses taken and they out in prison and jail. I know it's one guy, I think he in prison for like 40 years, a mechanic for deleting some emission system. I forgot his name, but they trying to get all those people out of jail, expunge their sentences, their records, everything. And they rightfully so, they should. They should. Diesel brothers, the highway brothers, whatever they were called back in the day, they need to, you know, I know they owe the EPA millions of dollars. They need to get rid of all that crap. They shouldn't owe nothing. Let them get back in business and hey, full steam ahead, removing emission systems. Oh man. You know how much money a truck driver will put back in his pocket if you didn't have to put $1 towards emissions? If all you had to fix on your engine is things that actually broke, you know how far you would get in trucking if you were just waiting on a part on the engine to actually break. Especially, I tell you all the time, especially a 12.7 starter, air compressor, alternator, turbo, water pump. That's the only thing on the side of the motor. Starter, when that go out, it's gonna go out usually in the fuel island. You gonna turn your truck off, go out there, pump diesel, come back on, click, click, click. If it ain't at the fuel island, it's gonna be at the shipper, at the guard shack. You gonna turn it off because you can't hear what they saying. You gonna come back and click, click, click. Here come the record. All that can be avoided by just buying a $300 starter and just replacing the starter. Then you ain't gotta worry about being at no shipper and all that. Truck won't start. Turbo, I just tell people to replace the turbo, every 3 years. You ain't got to worry about the turbo blowing and driving a runaway engine and all this stuff. Water pump, about 7 years. Now the water pump can go out, you'll be all right. You'll usually see water leaking, a truck will start to overheat and it won't come back down, even with the engine fan on, things like that. That could also mean low on coolant too, but that stuff you can pull in the truck stop and get a new water pump put on. All that stuff ain't nothing. The air compressor, you ain't going nowhere if that ain't building now. If the air compressor ain't building now, you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna be stuck at 0 psi. It ain't working. So, but to be in derate mode when the truck at 5 mile per hour derate, you don't know what the issue is. You ain't got a clue. You don't know what part they need to be replaced. You don't know what's going on. You gotta go to some mechanic, let him tell you whatever he think could be wrong and charge you whatever. See, with an older truck, they can't charge me whatever, cause I know what the part is. Okay, if it's the air compressor, I ain't building now. Replace the air compressor. It's just common sense. The starter, if the starter go out, I don't need no mechanic tell me what's going on. When I click, 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 I know what's going on. But when I'm stuck at 5 mile per hour derate, I ain't got a clue. I don't have a clue. I don't got a clue. I don't know. All I know is it got to be regen. I already know you got to call some mobile mechanic out. Somebody come hook up to this crap. Or if you know the other secret, you go over to OTR Performance. $200. You hook that crap up and regen it yourself. For $200, they used to have that. Well, they got it on eBay. That device, you hook it up and delete it yourself. Shit. Hey now, say now. Everybody was trying to help the truck driver back in the day. They started to give out on us. So I'm happy with these bills. I just hope all of them pass, to be honest with you. I hope all of them pass. I hope they, even though I ain't got no emission trucks, I know it's gonna, some of y'all trying to get the title to these 4-year lease trucks. And look, if you do make it to get the title, you most definitely gonna want this law to pass, because none of y'all need to be putting no money into this emissions around 500 to 700,000 miles on a truck. Don't nobody need to be putting no money in this crap. You just need an engine. That's what you need to put your money into, an actual engine, like a car motor or something. Parts that actually break and go bad, tires, brakes, you know, things like that. Not something that just some crap that they done attached to the side of the motor that's supposed to stop you from blowing black smoke out. Man, please, come on, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, they working on it. They working on the leasing. The Democrats doing the leasing, the Republicans doing the emissions. They gonna have to come together. Hey, look, we'll pass your bill if you pass ours. Something, I don't know. Something, I don't know. They need to do something. If none of it passed, then we doomed. We doomed. If none of it passed, then we doomed. I know it's truck drivers ain't for it. A lot of truck drivers ain't for their leasing bill, or a lot of lease drivers ain't for the leasing bill, because they know. They get rid of that. You got to fit your credit, come up with a down payment. But it still helps you out. You know why it helps you? Because, see, what people don't understand about the leasing thing is, you will no longer be out here fooling with brand new trucks that's costing $200,000+, $150,000+ truck. You ain't gotta worry about that, because now when you go get your own truck, you're gonna get what you can actually afford. You're gonna get what your credit allow you to get. More than likely, guess what? You probably gonna be in the probably $50,000 truck range. Monthly payments, $800 a month. And you know what you're gonna be thinking? When the truck started to run, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days go by, no breakdowns, you're gonna be like, man, I can't believe I was paying $1,000 a week for a truck. Now I'm keeping all that money. Now you putting in your bank account $1,000 a week just on truck payments. Oh man, I ain't gotta worry about no regen and no emissions and all that. I know y'all make fun of people with the older trucks on YouTube, but notice how we in 2025. Notice how you was laughing yesterday about the people with the old trucks being broke down, and all of a sudden it's not so funny anymore. Why? Because the old truck drivers, not the old truck drivers, the people with the older trucks, you still see them winning. They still winning, even though I know it was he ha ha. It's all Andrew's fault. Hey Andrew, I can't. Hey Andrew, that's all your fault. Everybody I know that I personally know, they winning. All they older trucks, they winning. I don't know what the he ha ha is all about. I don't get it. Shoot, anybody with an older truck, we gonna continue to win. I don't owe nobody nothing. I ain't got no truck note. I ain't gotta worry about no emissions. It's hard for mechanics to get me for money, cause I ain't never in the mechanic shop to begin with, fool.